Fantastic. Okay, my friends, let's do some Wu Hao Tai Chi. We know Wu Hao is a derivative of the Yang style. A lot of times in our Tai Chi group, we focus on Yang style Tai Chi, and we know that there are similarities. We know one similarity is we've got slow, steady paced movement, which helps to bring that intention, focus to how you're moving. We also know the beauty in all this, if nothing else, is that slow weight shifting that we get and that nice alignment of foot and hip and shoulder for changing directions. So we know we can really get to work on nice leg strength, postural awareness, and direction changes without hopefully filling up a bunch of joint pain. So let's go over some basics and then we'll jump into the form. With Yang style, we know drawing the silk to be one where we draw the wrists up to shoulder height and lower them down. We know that we also involve a component of sinking down into a high squat. Wu Hao is similar, but just a little bit different. So there's a nice cognitive challenge here. As we scoop up here, we're bringing the palms up towards the sky. Then as we sink, sitting back into the heels, we're slowly turning the palms down towards the ground. So we breathe in all the way up, and then we sink, breathing out, turning the palms down. Palms are up as we come up. We turn them down as we sink. We know also that we're going to shift over from the leg that we're moving. We're going to step out into cat stance, empty stance. Empty stance here, normally we're used to having the toe up or the toe down. Here we've got the heel down and the toe up. And that's going to help facilitate a nice smooth weight shift into bow stance or otter stance, where we've got one bent and the back leg straight. So let's try a few of those, just pacing ourselves with a controlled movement. Shift over to one leg, step out on the heel towards the corner, and slowly shift the weight, evening out the weight distribution in your feet. Get out of it, we'll rock back, picking up the toes, and step back. Let's try the other one. We'll shift away, step out on the heel, flattening the feet, bending the front knee, coming back, and stepping back. Let's try it again now with that direction turn. So we shift away, step out on the heel, roll forward, flattening the feet. Rock back this time. We'll pick the toes up, and we're going to turn from the hips. And when the hips and foot and shoulders are aligned, we can turn in towards the other corner. Shift over, and then unlock the other foot to step out and flatten. We can turn to the other corner here. Sit back, toes up, turn in, shift the weight over so we can unlock our primary stepping foot and come back. We know it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of balance, and it takes a lot of control to do that weight shifting. So that's a good thing for us to keep working on. Let's add some arm motions to it. We'll start out again here, drawing the silk, scooping up, breathing in, sinking down, breathing out. Let's go to your left corner. So we'll shift away, left foot step out on the heel, left hand out in front, right hand at about elbow level. We'll call this cradling. And we'll shift forward, hold the ball. Half step up, big shoulder roll. Try the other direction. Rock back, turning in. Sit back, step out and cradle. Shift forward, half step up, big shoulder roll. We'll try that again in just a moment. I want to modify 2 quick things on our sound. I'm going to minimize the background noise here. I'm muting you, but when you want to say anything, you just unmute yourselves because I want to hear you. And I'm going to try to tweak the music where it's not as profound. Good. Let's try it again. Try it again, and then we'll add more. Drawing the silk. We'll scoop up, breathing in. Sit back onto those heels, sink, lowering down, breathing out, but keeping that head up and back. Shift over so we can step out and cradle. Hold the ball. Big shoulder blade roll. Boom. Rock back on that back foot, toes up on the front foot. Turn in. Shift over so we can step out on the heel. Forward. Half step up. Good. I'm going to face the other way now and run through the first section with you. Hopefully you can do your best to follow along. Take your time with it. We'll start fresh a whole bunch of times so that way we can really get some practice here. And we should start out here standing tall, shoulders back and down, head up high, tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And we can empty the mind a bit here with a slow, deep breath before we begin. Then we'll step out to the side, scoop up, breathe in, sink, breathing out. Turn to the left corner, shift forward, holding the ball, big shoulder roll and half step up. Rock back, toes up, we'll turn in the other direction. Cradling motion here, ready stance, holding the ball, big shoulder roll. From here, let's rock back, toes up on the right. We're going to turn in as much as we can to the left, shift over so the left foot can step out towards the left wall. We're going to reach the left hand out over those fingertips. Right hand is going to go not quite to the corner, maybe a little bit less. So we're shifting out into single whip. We're trying to time the weight shift with reaching those arms out. Then we're going to rock back, bringing the toes up, turning into the right. For white crane spreads its wings. We got the heel up on that right leg, right hands down, left arms up. Arms are nice and rounded. Let's start fresh and do it again. And remember, if you have questions or problems, you can unmute yourself, fire away. Before we begin, nice deep breath. Now stand tall. Step out to draw the scoop up to shoulder height. sink. Turning into the left corner, we'll sit back, empty stance, hold the ball, half step up. Rock back on that right leg, toes on the left foot, turning in. We'll face the right corner, empty stance. Hold the ball, half step up. Let's rock back, turning in. Big step out with the left for single whip. Keep your head up, keep your back up, stretch those arms out. Sit back, toes up on that left foot. We can turn in and move into white crane, spreads its wings. From here, the right arm is going to block out. We're going to shift forward and press forward with the left. So that right hand blocks out, left hand reaches forward. Then we'll come back to holding the ball and do our big half step up with that nice shoulder roll. We'll start fresh, and we'll add the next part, which involves that lovely brush the knee and palm strike. And we know with the Yang style, we typically have a bigger frame for brush the knee and palm strike. With the Wu Hao, we kind of, instead of hanging it back here with the palm up, we chamber the palm striking hand about ear level with a nice relaxed wrist. And we know our block down for brushing the knee comes just to the belly. We reach forward. It's a smaller frame. It's still a good one. Let's give it a shot. We'll do that whole brush the knee and palm strike sequence here. From the beginning, deep breath in and out. Step out, scoop up, sink. Turning into the corner, empty stance. Shift forward and hold the ball. Half step up, big shoulder roll. Turn in the corner. And sit back in empty stance. Flatten the feet to hold the ball. Big circular motion from those shoulder blades. We'll rock back. Turning into the left. It's time for a big step out with the left for single whip. We're going to turn into right now for white crane, spreads its wings. Fair lady working the shuttles here will block out and press forward. We'll hold the ball and do our big shoulder roll. Here comes the fun. We're turning in to the left. Stepping out, we're going to brush knee with the left, half step up, and palm strike with the right. Right is that back foot with the heel up. To strum the lute, step back. Palms face each other. Sit back. Pull one hand in. Reach the other hand full. Then we'll brush the knee and palm strike again. Step through. Right hand blocks down. Palm strike with the left. Left foot steps through, block down, and punch. We can finish this sequence out here by stepping back, floating the palms down, scooping up, and pressing forward. So that's a nice couple seconds of the form. And you've heard me say this before, but one of the best benefits of Tai Chi for anyone comes from that slow, controlled weight shifting, because it takes more strength to do that. It helps to maintain or build your bone density from that gentle tugging of the muscles on the tendons and tendons attaching to the bone. But also it really helps to build that awareness of where's my body and space, and how's my posture aligned with my body. One big thing for us too is we know we're fighting this posture and that shoulder roll. We do so many of them involving these shoulder blades where we bring them back, up, and around. That really helps to get some big motion through those shoulder blades, which can help alleviate some tightness that comes from just stationary activity, tend to tighten down in the front. Also helps to activate those muscles between the shoulder blades. You know, mid-trap, for example, the main one that's useful in getting those shoulder blades going. So that can be helpful for a number of reasons. Let's run through it again. And this time as we run through it, really try to overemphasize the size of that shoulder blade roll. Big circle. Okay, here we go. Standing tall. We're feeling wonderful. Nice deep breath. Step out so we can draw the silk. Turning into the corner, empty stance, slowly shifting forward to hold the ball. Biggest shoulder roll of the day here. Then let's turn in the other direction to the corner, shifting forward, big shoulder roll. Here comes our good friend single whip, turning in left, big step out. We're trying to harmonize the weight shift with the arm movements. Turning into the right, white crane. Then we'll block out and press forward. Hold the ball. Another big shoulder roll. Let's turn in now to the left. Brush a knee with the left. Half step up and palm strike. Palms face each other now. Step back with that right. Pull in and re-forward, strumming the loop. We'll brush the knee. Palm strike again. Step through, brush knee, and palm strike. Step through, lock down and punch. Step back with that right. We'll sit back, float the palms down, scoop up, shift forward and press forward. Here comes a fun one. This one is that tiger back the mountain move. We've been pressing forward. We got our left foot forward. We're facing the left wall. We're going to do a 180-degree turn. We're going to make a fist with the right hand, pull it in. The other hand's going to press forward. It's going to be awesome. So here we go. Rock back, toes up on the left foot. Turning into our right as much as we can. Then we're going to shift the weight to the left leg. So we can block out with the right hand, open the right foot, make a fist with the right hand, pull the fist in as we shift the weight, reach this left hand out just a bit. Let's do that movement again. We were facing the left wall, left foot forward, right foot back, pressing forward. Rock back, toes up. Turn in. Over. Right hand makes a fist. Half step up and reach out. Tiger back the mountain. It's a fun one because we're grabbing it. Bam! Or we're really working on relaxation, alignment with the universe. Something like that. Nice deep breath. We'll do some more. Start from the beginning. Here we go. Standing tall, shoulders back, stretch the crown of the head up. Step out, scoop up, drawing the silk, and sink. Turn into the corner, empty stance. Shift forward. Take that half step up with a big shoulder blade movement. Turn into the right corner now. Shift forward, half step up. Let's rock back, turning into the left. Single whip. Turning into the right, we'll sit back. White crane spreads its wings. Block out and press forward. Hold the ball, half step up. Here comes our brush the knee and palm strike sequence. We're turning to the left. Brush the knee, palm strike. Stepping back to strum the loop. Block down, we'll brush the knee and palm strike again. Step through. Other side, which is the knee and palm strikes. Step through, block down and punch. We're in that big 180 turn now for Tiger back the mountain. Oh, no, we're not. We're stepping back. Ha, ha, ha. Tai Chi quiz. Stepping back, floating the palms down. Scooping up, pressing forward. Then, nicely done, people. You remember. Then, Tiger back the mountain. Bam. Strum the lute. And let's hold the ball, half step up. Good. Good, good, good. From here, we're going to get into some really fun stuff. We're going to get into another single whip. We're going to get into, instead of changing directions, another white crane, shifting some stances, and then 4-corner motion of repulsing the monkey. And that's really good for us because we know people get tripped up when they're changing directions. We know that people tend to, if you're gonna freeze, if you're festinating gait or freezing, it's gonna come from that direction change, that weight shifting and direction change. And the way to, it's gonna come from turning fast. The way to address it, we know, a lot of different ways, but the best way is to stop, weight shift, and start fresh. And so we know this weight shifting and turning that we're practicing can really go a long way in helping us. Anyway, we'll start from the beginning. We'll go through that new part, and we'll hopefully get to that 4-corner repulsing monkey, and we'll break that down next. Here we go. It's a whole lot, but it's fun. Stand tall, nice deep breath. Let's settle into some Tai Chi here. Step out so we can draw the silk, scooping up, sinking. Turning into the corner, empty stance. Hold the ball, half step up. Turn in, cradle, hold the ball, half step up. Let's rock back and change directions now for sing whip. Really reaching. Turning into the right. White crane number 1. Fair lady works the shuttles. We'll block out and press forward. Hold the ball. Half step up. Here comes our super fun brush the knee and palm strike bit. Step out to brush the knee and palm strike. Step back to strum lute. Repeat brushing the knee and palm strike. Other side, brush the knee and palm strike. Step through to block down and punch forward. Step back, float the palms down, scoop up, press forward. Here comes our big turn, rock back, turning in. Right hand grabs, step out with the right foot, tiger back the mountain. Strum the lute, hold the ball, big shoulder roll. All right, friends, we're turning to the left yet again, and this time for single whip number 2. We'll rock back, turning in, step out for single whip number 2. Right foot then steps through for white crane number 2. From here, we're just going to shift the weight into this right leg and bend the right knee, reaching forward. So we get the right hand out in front, left hand down. Then we're going to step the left foot through, reaching the left hand out. So we're facing the left wall. This is where things are going to get really fun, because we know that turning with control helps to improve your ability to do so. We're going to turn, if we're facing the left wall, we're going to turn to the bottom right corner of the space you're practicing in. Then we're going to do a 180-degree turn to the top left corner of the space you're practicing in. Then we're turning to the bottom left corner. And after this, we got one more corner we haven't hit, the top right. So we turn in to the top right corner. At each of these, we're doing the Wu Hao version of repulsing the monkey, which involves some nice block pressing motions. So this ought to be great. We're facing the left wall here. The left foot out in front, left hand out in front, right hand at the elbow. Let's step back with the left, rock back, toe up on the right. We're going to turn in towards that bottom right corner, step out, and press forward. To get 180 degrees the other way, we'll rock back, toe up on the left now. We're going to turn in as much as we can, then shift the weight over the left leg, step out with the right, press forward. rock back, turning into the bottom left corner, step out and press forward, rock back, turning into the top right corner, step out and press forward. The hope with approach in these weight shifts is that we're not twisting, we're not creating torsion through the knees, that instead we're stepping back, toes up, turn in as much as you can. Straighten out and step in. Rock back, turn in as much as you can. Shift over, step out. Rock back, turn in as much as you can. Shift over and step out. Rock back, turn in as much as you can. Shift over and step out. That hopefully gives you some great hip control, great stability and direction training without getting you all tangled up or wrenching through your knees. Let's do it all again. We've got the time for it. Let's do it at least one more time here. Nice deep breath in and out. Scoop up, breathing in and sink, drawing the silk. Cradle, ball, big shoulder roll. Rock back, turning in. Cradle, hold the ball, big shoulder roll, turning in, brush the knee, and palm strike. Strum lute. No, I jumped the gun. Did anybody catch that? We skipped part. We were supposed to do single whip. Ha! Turn to the right where white crane spreads its wings. Block out and press forward. Big shoulder roll. Now we can turn into brush the knee and palm strike. Tricky. Strum lute and do it again. Step through. Other side does it. Step through. Block down and punch. Step back and we'll flip the palms down. And we'll scoop up. Press forward. Here's our big turn to the right. Tiger backs the mountain. Step back and strum the lute. Hold the ball. Big shoulder roll. Let's turn into the left again. Here comes the second single whip. Into white crane number 2. Shift forward, right arm out in front. Step through, left hand out in front. And now we know we're going to step back and do that 4-corner beautiful sequence. Let's try out. Big step back with the left. Rock back. Turn to your left, step out, and press forward. We're facing the bottom right corner. We want to go the other way now. to the top left corner. We want to rock back to the bottom left corner. We're turning in, stepping out. Last corner's coming up here. Top right. From here, let's strum the lute. Work the shuttles. Hold the ball. Half step up. Good, good, good. Let me pause our recording here. Nicely done. We've done a good job so far. All right, that was our quick check-in. So for our break, we had just finished that four-corner movement. And we're ending up facing the right. We're going to add our next section here, which is really quite fun. We're going to get to come out here and we're going to get to strum lute and do some great movement where we reach overhead and where we change directions and do it 3 more times. And again, this is great because it's got some beautiful weight shifting. It'll be fun to work into. So let's practice that once, and we'll run the form all the way through to that point and see where we land. So if we've just picked up where we left off, we left at a point where we had our right foot forward. We're facing the right wall, or right area of your practice space. Right foot was forward. And we had just done that half step up here. Let's rock back, turning in, facing the other way. We can do a nice brush knee and palm strike. And strum the lute. And then we can gather up, stepping. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a movement. Right knee and palm strike. And then we'll do our needle at the bottom of the C. Needle at the bottom of the C means we're going to reach overhead, sink down, and reach the ridge of your pinky down. If you can get down to the ground, that's cool. If not, don't worry about it. We'll scoop the left foot in, shift forward, and reach overhead. We're doing the same thing facing the other way. So we're going to rock back, turning into the right, scoop the right leg in, step out, reach out. Scoop in as we bring the left foot up, step out with the left, and reach overhead. Scoop in as we bring the right foot up, step out, reach overhead. So let's run the form through there and put a whole bunch together. Nice deep breath. Settling into the form. Step out, drawing the silk. Cradle, hold the ball, big shoulder roll. Other direction, cradle, hold the ball, big shoulder roll. Here comes single whip number 1, reaching out, head back up, stretching those fingers. We'll turn in for white crane. Lock out and press forward. Half step up. Turning in, we'll brush the knee, palm strike. From the loot. Brush the knee again. Other side. Lock down and punch forward. Step back. Float the palms down. Scoop up and press forward. Sway to the right. For tiger, back the mountain. Strum the lute. Half step up. Let's turn in now to the left for single whip number 2. Foot steps through for white crane number 2. Shift forward, bending the right knee, reaching the right hand out. Step left foot out in front. And then we're going to do a 4-corner movement. Reach that left foot back, turning in to the bottom right corner. Rock back, turning in to the top left corner. Rock back, turning in, bottom left corner. Rock back, turning in, top right corner. Work the shuttles, hold the ball, half step up. Turn in now to the left. This is where we're at our new stuff. Half step. Needle at the bottom of the C. Gather the left leg in. Step out with it. Reach over. Rock back. We'll turn in to do the same thing to the right. Scooping in. Stepping out and reaching over. Gathering up the foot. Stepping through and reaching over, scooping in, stepping through, and reaching over again. That's a good place for us to stop. We've run out of time for today, but hopefully you feel like some of this is more familiar than when we started not long ago. And if nothing else, hopefully you feel you got some great weight shifting. You didn't feel like you were twisting through the spine. You get some good directional awareness and some good postural control. Let's take a few deep breaths here as we unwind our learning. Fresh air, fresh energy coming into the body. 3 deep breaths here. One. So glad you did it today. Hopefully you are too. As a sign of respect to each other and where we practice, let's give a little now. How about giving yourselves a big round of applause? Thank you for showing up and working hard.